Okay, I'm going to show you how I make this little widget here that I've created to help keep my paint pumps, my acrylic paint pumps, from clogging. This has been in there for the entire school year last year, and it survived the summer, and it still is working. Essentially, I just take some wire and I shove it down the nose of the paint pump. And these paint pumps are the ones you can buy from Saks Specialty. I don't know the name brand of them or anything. And this is just Saks True Flow acrylic. I also use Blick, but those are our vendors. So these are the things you're going to need. Some foam core, hot glue gun, 18 gauge galvanized steel wire so it doesn't rust, and so it's nice and sturdy, but not so sturdy that you can't bend it. An awl or something to make a hole with. I love these things. Holy crap, this is one of the best tools I've ever bought for an art class. And some string, and then needle nose pliers. So first thing I do is I cut up all my little bits of foam. These are about 1 inch by 1 inch. Nothing too fancy. I actually hand cut them and eyeball it, so it doesn't matter if they're all, they don't match up. I can either pre-drill a hole if I don't have an awl, something smaller if you don't have an awl, to poke a hole through all 4. You can do it one at a time, or what I like to do is do them all at the same time. I line them all up, and I only put glue on the outside in the corners, or kind of like that. I don't want to put it in the middle, because if I do that before I stick a hole through the center, it's going to, it's going to be really difficult to poke a hole through the glue layer as well as the foam board. So real messy, nothing fancy. Smash them all together. Once they're dry, of course, then you can poke the hole through. And again, I love this thing. I don't let the kids use it, for those who are wondering. Try to poke it all the way through until I see a little bit on the other side, and that gives me a guide to know where to stick the point on the other side and make that nice clean hole all the way through. I'm then going to take my wire, and these are about 9 inches long. Each chunk is about 9 inches long. I fold it in half, and I pinch down the folded end with my needle nose pliers so it's nice and flat and as skinny as possible. This is the end that's going to go into the tip of the pump right there. I then feed it through the foam board, and I like to put about inch and a half on the other side of the foam board. And then what I do is I take my needle nose pliers and I bend these back into the hole as best I can. Sometimes it takes a little crushing of the foam board. It doesn't matter though. So kind of push it through there. Sometimes I'll just take my needle nose pliers and kind of smash it down. This creates a nice little loop so that even if the kids are really tugging at it, it's not going to come undone too easily. I work with teenagers, high school, so got some strong hands there. And all I do from this point is I take some of my twine, I tie it around the end, and that way I can attach it to the handle so the students know that they should only use, this plug for this paint bottle, and it keeps it from contaminating. Every once in a while, probably every couple weeks when the kids are really using these will get really chunky and crusty with paint. All I do is I take my needle nose pliers and I just come through here and I just grab them and I kind of do this, and it flakes off all the crusty bits pretty well. Like I said, I've been using this for an entire year now, and it looks hardly worn at all. It's doing a really great job, and I hope this helps you out.